Hello, everybody, and welcome to another rendition of the Microsoft Pulse. Today we have Tom and Tamara, if you can guess which is which, to go over the Microsoft roadmap with you. Now, the Microsoft roadmap is broken up into 4 different parts. In development means it's in development, they're working on it. Rolling out meaning it's rolling out to the tenants, but may not be in every tenant. Launched means it's in whatever tenant it was being released to, and then canceled. And there's quite a few in canceled today. So, Tom, why don't you kick us off with in development? What do you
Sure.
like in development?
I would love to. So one of them is a SharePoint site ownership policy. So the description doesn't seem to really nail down exactly what's going on, but I think this sounds intriguing. It's due for October and is going out to worldwide, so GCC may have to wait. But anyway, site ownership policy is a one-stop solution to effectively manage ownership needs of all SharePoint sites in your tenant. Helps you to define your organization's organizational policy, ownership policy, and identify sites that are not compliant. You can further notify predefined sets of users of your choice to find the next best site owner or admin. You can also choose to automate actions on sites that remain ownerless for more than 3 months to prevent risks of data mismanagement. This actually sounds very appealing to me because this is something we're kind of working on at the organization that I work at. So having something that's out of the box instead of us trying to roll our own is really appealing to me. Again, that's due for October, which I read October and I think, gosh, that's still quite a ways away. And it's like, no, Tom, that's actually about 3 weeks from now. So there is that. And then the other one that I'll mention, again, not a whole lot of information, but it sounds like it could be really useful. And it's coming in December for worldwide tenant. Oh, it's coming to everybody. Yay. And that is SharePoint editorial card web part in SharePoint Pages and News. So they're introducing a web part called the editorial card to enhance page experiences. This card-like container allows for manual creation tailored to your needs, creating eye-catching content to capture viewers' attentions. I don't know if that's a text web part, if that's an image web part, if it's just
Both.
both, if it's just a free canvas where you can draw to your heart's content. I don't know. Um, but a new web part, that's always a lot of fun to play with and see what you can do with it. So that again is coming in December. It is coming to all the tenants. So keep an eye open for that. And if we get more information when it goes into rolling out, perhaps we can give you a better explanation.
Fabulous. In development, planner, baseline with task level variance. Sounds very fancy.
It does.
Capture a baseline of your plan and view plan and task level variances to know if the plan is on track or delayed. I think that's going to be very useful. It's coming out to Microsoft Project Planner, GCC, and worldwide. All right, I'm going to roll us out in rolling out.
Okay.
So,
Me to lead off
Microsoft
with.
Copilot in Teams meetings will now take the meeting chat into account.
I think
When
that's
you ask
awesome.
Copilot in Teams meetings a question, it will use the chat and transcript as the source. So that should be finished rolling out by the end of September. And then, Tom, did you have anything in rolling out you'd like to talk about?
Sure, I'll mention a couple here. One, and this is in the hashtag new Outlook for Windows. Outlook, open attachments and desktop apps from the new Outlook for Windows. So in the new Outlook for Windows, users can now open attachments of all types in their respective desktop apps by double clicking them. So instead of just single clicking them, having them launch the browser and you're going, I don't like this, I want to go with the actual app, then you can just double click on the attachment and it will actually open in the associated app. I think that's awesome. Again, going out worldwide and to GCC, and that's coming out in August. So last month, you could see it now if you're using hashtag new Outlook for Windows. The other thing, which doesn't affect me in the least because I don't code in Python, wouldn't even know what Python formatting looks like. But
Looks
if
like a
you're a,
snake.
there he goes. If you like to use Python, you're thinking, wow, it would be really cool if I could code things in Python in Excel. Guess what? They're going to make you really happy here. Python in Excel allows you to bring the capabilities of Python directly into the Excel grid. As part of this feature, users with access to Excel for Windows will be able to add Python formulas directly to their workbooks without any installation required. These Python formulas will be run by Excel in a secure container on the Microsoft Cloud with enterprise level security as compliant Microsoft 365 connected experience. For those of you who are going, what's Python? I know what Excel is. What's Python? It's a basic programming language, and they have made it possible to use Python to start doing some of your formulas in the back end using Python and all the different programming capabilities that that could give you. So it's a step up. You probably will never use it. I know I probably will never use it, but it is going to give you an option to probably do things a little bit more sophisticated or advanced within Excel spreadsheets using the particular Python programming language.
Great. I did have one more in rolling out. That's Microsoft Teams. Use Teams Q&A to collect attendee questions in GCC. So Teams Q&A enhances meeting and webinar participation for attendees by allowing participants to submit questions and engage in discussions. Organizers can moderate the Q&A feed, highlight important questions, and provide live answers. This feature is ideal for structured meetings and events, promoting an interactive and inclusive environment. And that is rolling out to GCC, and just GCC gets the love.
Cool.
Did you have anything else in rolling out, Tom?
Nope, I'm ready to go to launched and look for some of the ones that are recently launched.
All right, let's go to launch then.
Hey, SharePoint updating all news posts to made for email. Following the positive reception, and I will agree, I love this feature, of the made for email news templates, we are rolling out a change that will make every news post you create made for email by default. Now, no matter how you create your news post, whether it's copying a previous post or making an existing template or using an existing template, you will have access to send that full distribution as an email. With this change, authors will still have access to our full web part library by selecting all web parts in the web part picker, but are defaulted into having additional sending functionality. Again, I do some of you may know me from my 1 minute office magic tips site that I do, but I also do those internal and I put them out to news posts in a SharePoint site that we have internally. And yeah, being able to now send the entire post via email instead of just sending them link of the first 4 or 5 lines and then nobody ever goes out and reads it because they don't have the time. This is a really cool feature, and be able to do that with the different templates that they have out there is a great step forward. I love this change. It's supposed to have been launched as of last month. I know it's appeared in our tenant and it's out across the board. So everybody should have this one by now.
Great. Microsoft Teams webinar creation and registration APIs. I'm excited about this because I do webinars multiple times a week. Customers now have additional capabilities to manage webinars, namely the ability to create, update, and delete webinars, as well as register attendees to existing webinars using a new set of APIs. And that is rolling out to the standard tenant to worldwide.
Cool.
Tom, you want to take on what's canceled? There's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them, and some of them they have release dates that are like last year.
I think they were
And
just doing cleanup.
yeah, because when you look at the very bottom, it says this is launched and is being removed from the roadmap. So I'm going to bypass that one and get into ones where they actually have canceled them and they might be recent here. One is Outlook email message reminders. This is being canceled as Service Team has deprecated this feature. So this was
What?
supposed, yep, sorry, deprecation. So if you've
Oh,
forgotten to
son of a
respond
goodness.
to a email or something, it would bring it back up to the top, letting you know that, hey, you really need to do this. Yeah, that's not going anywhere now. So sorry about that if you were holding your breath for that one. You can now breathe again. No, you can't hold your breath now. It's not going to make a difference, though, Tamara. Then we have the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal Data Loss Prevention for Endpoints, Microsoft Endpoint DLP support for Windows on ARM devices, ARM 64 devices. This roadmap item is canceled. Sorry for any inconvenience. Then we have Microsoft Copilot. Find the perfect visual with Copilot and Designer in Word. This feature has been delivered but is not in scope for the commercial roadmap and is being removed to reduce confusion. We apologize for the inconvenience. A new item will be published in the future for commercial customers. Then we have Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal eDiscovery enhancements to available metadata for search and collection queries. This one's being canceled because it's being released as part of the modern user interface, and then it gives you the roadmap number 383744. So if you've been looking for this, this particular entry has been canceled, but you're getting it as part of a different one. Keeping on the flow here, we have Microsoft Copilot chat support to generate a SWOT analysis, SWOT.
I thought you were going to stop at SWAT. And I'm
SWOT, to the SWOT. So you could ask for it, but now this feature is being removed from the roadmap as it describes a capability of Copilot chat in Word and not a standalone capability. So it sounds like you've still kind of got it, just not in that particular type of format. We also have Copilot Microsoft 365, new proactive assistance in Copilot. And this was the catch-up experience in Copilot, which aims to help you catch up and take action on updates. This feature, catch-up tab, which was released to some customers, will be rolled back completely. As a result of this rollback, no Copilot user will see the catch-up tab on their homepage of Copilot. All Copilot users will continue to see try these prompts as earlier. We apologize for that inconvenience.
oh,
And finally, Microsoft Viva Insights employee engagement with leader communication reports. This particular one, they are assessing customer feedback to improve this report before fully rolling it out. And they once again apologize for the inconvenience. I think what we're
mm-hmm.
seeing on a lot of these too is Microsoft is making, security job one, and everybody has that as part of their job descriptions now, to where any feature, anything that's being done has to be done with a mindset for security. So I'm thinking that's why we may be seeing more and more of these things starting to get turned off, in the fact that they may not have really done what was expected as part of making sure that everything is compatible from a security standpoint, and that they're not introducing things that can be points of failure. So good stuff.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for going through those canceled. That was a mouthful. And thank you for joining us. I hope the information was helpful and hope to see you back here next week. Have a good one.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
now.